Welcome back. This video is a continuation of video number 1 that went through all of the steps about factoring out a greatest common factor from a polynomial. We're going to finish this with these last 2 examples, and then that's the end of the notes for today. So our second example, 7x squared plus 14x, we are going to first find all of the prime factors of both of those terms. So 7x squared, 7 can't be broken down at all. So it's just 7 and then x times x, because that's what x squared is. And then 14 can be written as 2 times 7, and that has an x. So if we're looking at what they have in common, 7x squared and 14x, they both have a 7. And they both have an x. So 7x is our greatest common factor. So now we get to our factoring part. We're going to fill in the box with what we start with, 7x squared and then 14x. In the front, on the left side of the box, we're going to put our greatest common factor, which is 7x. And then we're going to fill at the top of our box with the leftovers. So remember, you can always divide. You can do 7x squared divided by 7x and 14x divided by 7x if you'd like. I like, since I already have my prime factors listed, I'm just going to do this. So from 7x squared, there's an x left over, and in 14x, there's a 2 left over, which means our final answer is we write the GCF in front of the parentheses, and on the inside we write the leftover part, the part on the top of the box. So x and then plus 2. Even though it's not written there, there's a plus sign here. These are positive numbers. If it was a negative number, then we would have a minus sign. Our last example, we're going to start again with factors. 27 is 3 times 9. And 9 is 3 times 3. So 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. 18 is 2 times 9, and 9 is 3 times 3. So 18 is 2 times 3 times 3. And then they both have some variables. So 27xy has an x and a y, and 18x has an x. So we look for what they have in common. It looks like they both have 2 3's and an x. 2 3's and an x. So our GCF is 3 times 3, which is 9, and x. So factoring using our box, we're going to write our polynomial in the box, 27xy and 18x. Our GCF goes out in front, 9x. And then remember, you can always divide if you'd like I showed you down here. You do 27xy divided by 9x, and you can do that. Or you can look at what's left over in your prime factorization. So the things that are not boxed from 27xy are 3y, and from 18x, there's a 2. So our final answer, we're going to write our GCF in the front of our parentheses. And then in the parentheses, we're going to write what's on top of the box, which in this case is 3y plus 2. Also remember that you can always check your answer if you'd like. We'll check this one. I'll do it down here at the bottom. If we were to multiply 9x times 3y plus 2, we distribute 9x times 3y, 9 times 3 is 27, and x times y is just xy, and then we do 9x times 2, and we get 18x, and you can see, again, we ended with what we started with, so that is definitely the right factorization.